We are exposing BTL Investors. This company report has it that they have been scamming immigrants. Millions of pounds have been scammed from immigrants through mortgage scheme. If you know anyone who has been affected by this company scam, please kindly share this video with them. Ife, can you please tell us how you were scammed by this company, starting from how you got to hear about them, please?
Yeah, in 2020, I got to hear about BTL Investors through a work colleague I met in one of the hospitals who said she bought some houses from them. So she introduced me to Helisterop, who was a marketer with BTL Investors. So she sent me an email, called me on the phone, we got talking. Because I live in Greater Manchester, they were building houses in Greater Manchester. So they brought out one in Whitinshaw, a 3-bedroom for 330. And that lady I met through Haley was convincing me to go for it, but I felt the price was too much. I wouldn't be able to afford it. So Haley tried convincing me and the lady, but I wouldn't go for it. So I said the price was, I didn't pay for that one. So then in 2021, she got back to me again with another one in Cromsall in Salford, Greater Manchester. The 3-bedroom was for 245. So that's she told me, Haley told me she was going to hold me by the hand and help me. And it was all too good to be true. And being that the friend I know already live in one of the houses, she bought house for 189,000 in 2019. So I believed. I didn't see Haley. I didn't go to the place. I just believed and paid 5,950 to BTL Investors on the 3rd of December,
So,
2021.
okay, so you've mentioned Haley a few times. Haley Sterro. Haley was born in February 1981. She was the marketing for this company. Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay.
she was because
Okay. So you got to know Haley through a colleague at work.
yeah,
Okay. And this colleague told you that they will get £500 every referral.
yes, and she referred a lot of people.
Okay. And when you gave them the 5,950, what was that for?
It was for a reservation fee for the building, and they even gave me a receipt and an agreement receipt for plot 19. The way they made it look too good to be true because I already had a plot, and she sent me the receipt with paid
Okay.
and the plan of the house, this everything.
Okay. So what we're talking about today, for those who don't understand what we're talking about, we're talking about off-plan building. That is, you go to the developers, they show you the bronchial, they show you the land, and they show you this is the house that we're going to build. This is how long it's going to take, and that was what you paid 5,950 for.
Yes, that's the
Okay.
reservation for the house.
Okay. Anyone from immigrant background who is dealing with any company regarding building, if you see the name Haley Sterro, make sure you proceed with caution. This company BTL is still active according to the research. They have 2 directors. The first one is Akram Muhammad Usman. The second director of this company is Mugashi Yassil Nassel. These 2 people, they are still around. We know Akram and Mugashi will see this video. We are appealing to you directly. We don't know if you are part of this scam or not, but we are appealing to you directly to do everything possible for Ife to return, for Ife's money to be returned back to her. Anyone who has been a victim of this company or anyone who is planning to buy a house in the UK, if it is a newly built property, make sure you go on company's house, check the names of the director. If it is these two people, if you proceed, you are doing so at your own risk. So after you gave them the money, what happened?
So after I paid, because according to the brochure and the plan and every what she sent to me on email, the house was supposed to be ready by July 2022. But because that my friend told me that it might not be the 2022 because she got hers November, that it could be up to November 2022. That so Helly kept convincing me that they will soon start November, but as at July there was nothing because she normally, according to the other lady, when they start clearing the land, she came there. When they start building, she was always going, but nothing was happening. So when you ask her, she's Haley used to say that there was a slight delay, that she will soon come 2 weeks. When you talk to her, she said in 2 weeks' time she will be in Manchester. Then she will take us there. But after some time, I think in November or before November, but because I was like busy working, I wasn't writing her all the time. I wasn't chatting with her. But November, I wrote her, she wasn't answering. I called the number because normally you call the number on the website, they pick. So they were not picking. I sent an email, no replies. You write Haley, she wouldn't reply. Then some people were like, sometimes she will reply them, say in 2 weeks she will come. Before that, my friend who introduced me called me one of the days and told me that she thought then that Haley have disappointed that it was a scam, and put me in a group of people because she introduced a lot of people. We are more than 30 in that group. That was when we started trying to see how we could get our money back. But nothing. We were just deliberating. Everyone, we all wrote our name. We said we were going to get a lawyer, but some of those people in the group who were fast went to Henley and got their money. Some got their money back from the bank, so they were not forthcoming anymore.
So when you went to Haley Sterup's house in Stockport,
No,
what?
no, no. I think her old address was in Stockport. Where we went to was in Westbury. So she lives in number 57 Cheviot Road, Westbury, BL13 3EJ.
Okay.
Is this J? What the?
So,
So
so when you went to
she doesn't
Haley's
live.
house, what
Yeah.
happened?
So we got there. Then we were knocking because she's got camera. We were knocking, nobody opened. So I went with two other people who were scammed. So three of us decided to drive down because it's 4 hours plus from where I live in Bury, in Manchester. So when we got there, we were knocking, nobody opened the door because they could see us from the camera. So then we started talking with the neighbors because the neighbors some were peeping out from the gate, from their windows. The house opposite, we went there. We were talking to the they were older couple. So they said people have been coming. That lots of black people have been coming. That Haley told them that a black person scammed us of our money, but because scammed us of our money and ran back to Africa, that people have been coming to disturb her, that she wasn't the one who took her money and all that. So we explained to them how we paid. They, they said that was what she told them. So while we were still there, like knocking and around the area, police came. So they told us to leave the front of the building. One of the police, two men came, an elderly one and the younger one. So the younger one took us to the side. We were talking to him. He took our names and our numbers. Then the elderly one went into the house. They opened the door for him. He went inside and was talking with them. I don't know what they talked about, but the younger one, we explained how we paid and all that. They said they understand, but they cannot do anything. That we should go through the legal way. There was
Go through
the
the court.
legal way. Yes, that the court could give an order for her things to be seized and all that. But meanwhile, before we went to the house, I got a lawyer. I paid £500 on top of the 5,950 lost. They sent. They've been trying to get contact with Haley. She doesn't pick a letter. They've sent registered letter to the address. She won't pick it. So she won't pick the letter. She does because that's from the court or something. The lawyers, they got tired. They sent to her. She won't pick it up.
So we all know how hard it is to get pounds in this country. For somebody who has worked hard, planning to buy a
What
house,
is this?
to be scanned
Oh, it's
life savings, it is wrong. You can show appreciation to what we're trying to do by giving this video a like, share this video. If you want to buy a house in the UK and is a newly built property, make sure you go on company house and check the company's registration. If you see these two names, Akram Mohammadu Usman and Mogishi Yasai, make sure you proceed with caution. This is a well orchestrated and sophisticated scam. Millions of people, mostly immigrants, are
yeah.
falling for this scam. When you then go to your bank, you contacted the ombudsman, and what happened?
Yeah, so I tried through the bank. The bank said because they didn't classify it as fraud because the company is still in existence. So they said they work under a code. So they didn't pay me. They said I should go through the property ombudsman. Then I called them. So while on the phone with them, they told me they used to be part of them. But early 2022, they pulled out from being part of the financial ombudsman, so they could not do anything. Then I told them, I gave them the address that was on the website because they still put it out there in the website that they are part of the financial ombudsman. They said that was the wrong address. The address on the website is wrong. It's not the right address for the property. So I told the person I was speaking to that they should take it up. That someone is scamming people with the address, but I don't know if they did anything or not. But that was the only time I called them. I didn't call them because since they told me they are not part of that they were not part of them anymore, so they could not do anything. But it's still in their website there that they are a part of a property ombudsman, but they are not.
When we check as at 2 days ago, they were still showing that they are part of the property ombudsman.
Yeah.
If you know anyone who lives in the United Kingdom who wants to buy a house, please make sure they do their due diligence. If you see these two names or you hear the name Haley Sterup, the Sterup is spelled Stirrup. This woman, we heard she lives around the Bath area. She is the face of the scam. If you decide to proceed, you are doing so at your own risk. This company, they are scanning people as we speak right now.
Yeah.
So when you then contacted your bank, what did your bank say? They said they couldn't do anything?
Yes. So the first of all, they tried because when I paid that money, the bank I wasn't able to pay it. They blocked it. So then they said I should call them. So when I called them, they cautioned me, but I told them I was happy to pay. So the bank helped me pay it when I made the payment. So when I called them back later to say it was a scam, they they checked. They said they could pay back some part of the first person I spoke with. But I think when they checked them, because they cautioned me, when I tried to pay, I couldn't pay it from my home. I had to call them, and I told them I believed them that they were trustworthy. Yeah. So then they said there was nothing they could do. That first of all, no, they've tried to get the money back from the bank, the Thai bank, but the bank, I think they transferred the money. There was nothing in the bank from that's the BTL investors account, so they couldn't get it back from the BTL investors account. Then there was nothing they could do. They said they won't pay me because the company is in existence, that they don't classify it as fraud.
How many people do you know or have you heard of that have been scammed by this company?
I don't know the number, but when we were in that group, we were more than 30. Then the people I know, I know more than 5, but 3 of us went to Haley's place in Westbury, Bath. But
Are they
I know one that got her money back.
okay? And most of the victims, they are mostly immigrants.
No, in fact, there was when we were in the group, we were all we were
Oh,
all Africans, especially Nigerian nurses.
okay. So this company, as we speak, is still active on the company's website. As you can see, they are still active. They are scamming immigrants. They are coming with different name. They can use BTL Investors or they can use different name. Do not fall for this scam. We are warning you. These names, and Haley stir up. If you see them anywhere, you decide to proceed, you lose your money, you only have yourself to blame, because we are here now giving our people, because we know our heart. Most of us are immigrants. We have many responsibilities. We have responsibilities where we live, and we have responsibilities back home. Every penny that we have, it has a purpose. For somebody to work hard and be scammed, it is wrong. You can show appreciation to what we are trying to do by giving this video a like, share this video with anyone. We are giving Akram and Mogashi the opportunity now to redeem their name by paying this